Hello Aries, welcome to your tarot reading. This is coming up on the end of October here, so I have my Halloween decks out. We're asking some questions here. What is the challenge and what is the advice, okay, from Spirit? Let's dive in. I've cleared space. We're gonna dive right in here and take some cards. Start with my oracle. I'm gonna give it one more shuffle here. For Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Right, these are general, take them as they resonate. I am not putting a time on this. They are not constricted by time. I mean, yes, I'm doing them the end of October, but they are relevant whenever you're watching, whenever you're drawn to it. We have roots, ancestry, legacy, tradition showing up here for you. Is that the challenge? Something that has been passed down through the generations. Let's pull you from this one. What else, please? For Aries, okay. A couple of these that wanted to come out. Number 12 and number 15. All right. Oof. I'm gonna look these up. Oh, number 17 and 15. Sorry, my bad. Can't see. And I've got glasses on. It's all right. All right. So 15, which is this one here. Mother goddess of the earth, of sex, of the moon, and of birth, connected to the second and seventh cards. The complementary primary impulses of masculine and feminine, which can only bring forth descendants, again with the ancestral, okay, by cooperating, benevolent protector of fertility. There is advice, the advice of the trust your intuition, but first accept and admit your defaults to yourself. Only in this way can your journey be prolific, rich, and unobscured by your ego. The defaults that have been passed down through those generations, those traditions. Then we have shadow here. The level of formation begins with shadow, as if in a reflection of what comes from above. From the darkness card, the shadow represents our occult unconscious, that which silently suggests that we do not perceive and do not know how to listen to, but that inevitably influences our thoughts, our emotions, and then on the material plane, our action. The shadow, all right, shadow work. Dealing with those things in the shadows that are influencing you. When we are not acquainted with it, we project it externally as a negative component. Thus, we can do nothing but see in binary terms of good and evil, white and black. The advice, it is important to start analyzing yourself, to gain greater awareness of yourself and your relationship to others. Otherwise, it'll be impossible to change and evolve. You are being asked to look at those things that have been passed down. Right? That is the challenge, is overcoming the ancestry, the traditions, the things that have been passed down through the generations, the conditioning. Oh, goodness. That's all right. I'm going to pull you from the Dark Wood Tarot. And we're going to see, you know what, I'm going to move these over here so I have plenty of room. Do a full deep dive here, okay? What's happening? For Aries, please. Let's go deep. All right. 9 card spread. Oops. Which way was that? Oh. Let's go deep for Aries. One more shuffle. All right, here we go. And what do we have here? All right. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Nice. We have a 10 of Cups. And we have a 7 of Pentacles. All right. All right. Ten of Cups, fulfillment, abundance. joy. Ace of Pentacles, opportunity. Seven of Pentacles, planting seeds. Let's get 3 more for the middle. Seven of Swords, strategizing, thinking it through, surveying, gathering information. King of Swords, very intellectual, looking at things from without emotional attachment. All right, there's the last couple. We have the Six of Wands, victory, success, and the Queen of Wands. I like that. All right, let's get a few more here from the advice. Five of Pentacles. All right. Scarcity, Queen of Cups, emotion. Yeah, okay. One more. And here we have it. The Moon. Oof, that is the advice column. Okay, guys. So, and on the bottom of the deck, the Three of Wands. Oh, nice. So you could be moving in a new direction, but first, there is a challenge here. There's a challenge to deal with the ancestral, to deal with the traditions, the cycles, the programming, the conditioning that has been passed down through the generations. You're tired. It's like you have this dream, this wish for the fulfillment, the abundance. I'm going to use my jack-o'-lantern to clarify here. For Aries, please. There they go. Sorry, guys. We seem to get a lot of that around here. 10 of Cups, this row, first row. Got some clarifiers, please. Holy cow, hold on. All right. We have the Hierophant. We have the High Priestess. What? All right. The High Priestess in the upright, I like that. Intuitive. But then we have the Hierophant in the revert. Well, that could do with the traditions. Eight of Wands, communication, movement. Ace of Pentacles again. And then the Sun. I feel like the opportunity is there. The abundance is there. Communication, opportunity. But these traditions are really, really challenging you. Making you question perhaps your intuition. Even on the 10 of Cups, look at the Moon. The happy family, listening to the intuition as it guides you, as it leads you. Where do you need to release the old ways of thinking, the traditional ways of thinking? Communication here. And again, with the opportunity. And then the Sun. But there's a Seven of Pentacles, which tells me that maybe seeds have been planting and you're waiting for them to come to fruition. And you'll notice she's very tired. Like you've put in all this hard work, but you're not seeing the fruits of your labor. Strategize. King of Swords. Six of Wands, the victory. Release and communicate. Communicate. Is communication maybe difficult for you? Seven of Swords here. There's a card face up here. I want to see what that is. It's the Ace of Wands. New passionate beginning. That's what you want to step into. But in order to do that, this conditioning, this shadow aspect, and it is a shadow aspect, guys, needs to be, is wanting to be addressed. Until the shadow is faced, until we recognize those things that have conditioned us, that we unconsciously do, that hold us back, it's very difficult to move forward. I'm dropping cards. Hold on. Without addressing the shadow aspects, without addressing the limiting beliefs, the conditioning, we don't see a way through. Let's see, King of Swords. Okay, we have some reversals coming out here. We have a Ten of Pentacles. Oh, we have the Moon. What? Moon in the reverse, but the Moon is up right here. Okay, which, again, in order, this is the advice road. This is the advice. It's to deal with the shadow. It's to go within. It is to address the emotions here with the Queen of Cups, the scarcity mindset, the limiting beliefs. The challenge here. Is there an unwillingness or a fear of doing that work, of acknowledging this unconscious habit, cycle, thinking? You have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse here. Getting over a feeling of lack, not being enough. Let's clarify this victory and this. Eight of Cups. Walking away from what doesn't serve. The bottom of the deck is the Strength. And the King of Swords now in the reverse instead of the upright. This is a mental state, a belief system, something that was programmed, you were conditioned for. It was something that has been passed down through the generations. It is something that subconsciously holds you back and keeps you from moving forward into your victory. You want the victory. You're striving for the victory. You're tired. You want to shine. You know, it could go either way here, depending on how you move forward, how you address this issue, whether or not you're willing to move passionately forward and deal with it. Look at it logically. Take an impartial standpoint, view. Look at it without allowing the emotions to play in. Look at it from an impartial point of view. Analyze the situation. Where is it? And I know a lot of times that is really difficult because we can be blind to the areas that need to be addressed, to the areas that are holding us back, to those, you know, recognize the thought patterns, recognize the limiting beliefs, recognize the messages that have been passed down through the ancestors or through, you know, through your lineage. What messages did you get from your grandparents, from your parents that said, well, no, we can't do that. That's, you know, that's for this type of person, not for us. The mindset that you can't obtain a certain thing, that you can't do a certain thing or become a certain thing because it's just not in your DNA, or it's not, you know, or it's just not in your what do they call that? that system where you have, you know, these people are the royals and they're meant for the money and they're meant for this, and then these people are the middle class and they're not meant for that. That mentality that tells you that you can't rise above that. You can. Leave that mentality behind, walk away from it. It's not serving you. It's not bringing you into that victory, that success that you long for. It is hindering your progress. And it's something that you're being asked to release, to recover from. This could be an ancestral healing that you're being called into, to release generations of conditioning, programmed belief systems. It's time to end the cycle. It's time to step into your power, your authority over your life, and to now set a new precedent for the generations to come. Strength, tapping into your strength, taking time for rest, for reflection, to gain clarity and understanding. King of Wands, fiery, bold, passionate energy. Page of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Three of Cups. All right, let's get on to this advice, this releasing, this here with the Queen of Cups. She can be ruled by emotion, right? She has her emotions. Are they in check? Are you run by your emotions? Are you believing in scarcity? Are you doing the deep dive? We have the moon here, facing the shadows, facing the belief systems, the mindset that doesn't serve you any longer. It holds you back. Okay. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. What? In the reverse. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, Aries, my phone died halfway in the... I keep having problems with this phone. I might have to do something about that. This is ridiculous. But I want to go over this because this was a good reading. You had the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. All right, your advice. There's the scarcity mindset. There's the everything should be hard work. All right. There's a mental component here. Thought patterns, ideas, belief systems that have been passed down through the generations. You're being asked to take a step back and to assess, to detach emotionally detach from the situation. Take an impartial standpoint here, non-emotional, and assess the situation. What are those thoughts? What are those things that you're being asked to face? Those shadows, those beliefs, those things. The moon, the deep dive here into the shadow, into the emotion, into those things that are keeping you stuck, that are holding you back. And again, they are these struggles that are blocking you from the star, from the world, the opportunity, the wish, the dream. You're being blocked by these beliefs. Take a leap of faith here. Do the inner work. There's opportunity to move forward in the adventure. When we willingly look at the shadow, when we willingly do this shadow work, and guys, I am big on shadow work. I don't know if you've gleaned that from my reading so far, but there's always something we need to address in order to move forward. And if we want to reach our full potential, we're being asked to do that continually. You are being asked to face these ancestral things, to clear the way, not only for yourself, but for others. Now, I don't know how much of this I've already repeated, but it is adventure for you. There is opportunity for you to leap into this new adventure, this new way of being, freeing yourself from these ancestral ways of thinking, traditions, cycles that have been passed down, that have held you back. Excuse me. If this resonates at all, hit the like. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it resonates. Now, in moving forward, we did have, again, the strength on the bottom. You have the strength within you to deal with this. Reach down and get it. Now, I know I didn't read these. Gosh dang it, you missed all these. Now, these cards here all had to do with the same thing. It is the conditioning, the beliefs, the patterns. Let me reread number 7 to you. Okay, we had the blooming decay right here. Beauty can arise from endings. Embrace the cycle of life and find growth in what you thought was lost. What lessons can you harvest from the remnants of what has passed? All right? Past cycles, maybe traditions. And we have number 8, which is right here, the silent night. Strength lies in quiet resolve. Strength lies in quiet resolve. You are a guardian of purpose, grounded in patience and wisdom. How can you honor your inner strength while remaining open to change? Are you open to change? And then we had 11, the harbinger, right here. A powerful force approaches, bringing transformation and revelation. Prepare for the unexpected. How do you respond to forces beyond your control? Are you resisting or readying yourself for the transformation? Are you resisting the changes? Are you too comfortable where you are that you resist the transformation, those changes that want to happen? All right, 48 was, I think this was like, yeah, radiant decay right here. Transformation, inner illumination, and embracing the cycle of life and death. This card symbolizes the beauty in letting go, allowing decay to pave the, excuse me, my throat chakra. Maybe you guys, is there something in your throat chakra here? Something about speaking up, speaking your truth, speaking out, maybe speaking out against those ancestral cycles, things that have happened. I've had to do that myself. I have had to be the one to say no more, to put an end to the cycle of trauma and abuse. Is that you? Does that throat chakra need clearing? Allowing decay to pave the way for regeneration and growth. How can you find light in what seems lost? What transformations are you resisting? Where can you allow decay to make space for renewal? Right. And then you go through these other cards that came out for you as well. We have preservation that came out. Start setting boundaries. Only when a person is actively seeking change can it occur. During this time, positive affirmations and self-preservation are essential. Remember those boundaries. Need to look at it. We have impaled and we have valuable. Sorry, I can't get this to clear. Focus on your life with an intention to better your situation. Try to avoid being impaled by life's spikes, and things will start to change and get better. Then we have valuable. Know your value. You are incredibly valuable. Be confident in your ability to affect change. And this change isn't only for you. It's for those coming after you. Own your power and don't be afraid to utilize it to make a difference in the world. A difference for yourself and for those coming after you. All right, for the next generation to come. Wounded. It's possible that you're unwilling to let go of the past or unsure of the changes you need to make going forward. Instead of resisting change, embrace it and heal old wounds, including the ones passed down through the generations, from traditions, from ancestral roots, ancestral woundings, cycles. Metamorphosis. You must let go of limitations in order to obtain all you want. Opportunities start to appear once you begin to modify and alter your perspective. And then these two came out. Everybody has a bit of darkness inside of them. We all have shadows to face, to deal with, to work through. When we choose to work through those shadows, it is difficult, but there is reward on the other side. There is the reward to be had when we're willing to do that, to face and to grow. It's a time of growth, of release, and of stepping up in our spiritual growth. We all have a price we're willing to pay. Are you willing to pay the price for breaking the cycle, breaking the pattern? Are you willing to put in that work? All right, let's go over our runes. We had Othala, which has to do with ancestry, those traditions, the heritage, the things passed down through the family. So yes, are you willing to do that work, to face those things that have been passed down and face the shadow? I know it's difficult. I've done it myself. Guys, my channel, I do a lot of my readings will bring up things that you're being asked to address. This is Gibo, it is gift, it is generosity, it is an even exchange of energies. As you commit yourself to facing the shadows, doing the inner work, there is reward to be had, right? There is enlightenment, there is truth coming in, clarity coming in, spiritual growth coming in for you as you do this work, as you face this. You have harvest here, abundance, prosperity, yes. Being blessed by source, by spirit, and clarity, truth, the vision coming in, knowing how to move forward towards your success and your abundance as you face the challenge and work through it and do what you're being asked to do here, what spirit is asking you to work through, the healing process. The rewards are great. You may not see it at this point in time, but when you get to the other side, you will see it. All right, trust source. This what I have for you, Aries. I'm sorry it got cut off and I had to do the recap. I hope you still were able to glean everything you needed to glean from this reading. Hit that subscribe button if you want to continue to be part of this community, to grow spiritually within this community. Hit the like button if it resonates, and leave me a comment. Let me know how it resonates. If you want to be notified of future readings, you don't want to miss them, hit that notification bell. If you want to dive deep into your own shadow, if you want to do some of this inner work and you want some mentorship, some guidance, some personal readings, there's a link in the description box to my website. Thank you so much for being here. Blessings and love to you all.